Hello team and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about what are the things that are included or part of batch 11. And also team, batch 11 is open for enrollment. As of now we are having a discount that is valid till 20th of August only. So now let me explain you in detail what are the things that will be included as part of batch 11. Okay, now I have divided things in 3 sections, so let me explain you all these things in detail. Okay, and yeah, this is the things. Okay, first, so let's talk about the immediate access. Like as soon as you enroll to the course, what are the things that you'll be given? So first of all, immediately you'll be getting access to batch 10, which has around 120 plus hours of content on DevSecOps and cloud DevOps. You'll be able to access it immediately and you can get started immediately. That is the best part. Then immediately you'll be getting access to 150 plus PDF documents that you can utilize for interview preparation for DevSecOps and cloud DevOps. Okay, then you'll be getting access to Discord server, which will be a separate server for dedicated doubt support. So let me show you. First, this is the Discord server that will be available. First, there will be an announcement channel, so if there are any updates with respect to course, that will be here. Then we have text channel. First we have general. If you have any general query, you can put it here. Then we have resume review. If you want your resume to be reviewed by me, or if you need any kind of guidance, you can put your resume here. You can just inform me, Aditya, kindly review my resume. I'll do that. We can connect one-to-one also if you want, or like if you want to connect based on resume. Then we have doubt support. So if you are getting stuck and in any point with respect to implementations, you can put it here. Then we have interview prep resources. As I said, I have already given access to 150 plus documents. Plus, there will be some new documents that we are preparing, some new things that will be giving you for preparing for your interviews. So those resources you'll be able to get informed over here. Then we have voice channel one-to-one guidance. If you have any interview scheduled, you can immediately inform me and we can connect over one-to-one guidance. Just note that you have to inform me around 2 days before so that we can connect properly. So this will be the things that you'll be getting immediate access to. Okay, talking about the projects that will be included, so there will be 40 projects that are immediately you're getting access, plus there will be so many new different projects that will be doing live, so that you can understand things much better and you can like ask questions directly within the session. Note that you are not restricted to ask questions. Once we complete the session on live, immediately there will be a Q&A session so that you can ask your query. So that will be there. Now, when we talk about these 40 projects, these are projects that like so many, like we cover all kind of project. We cover projects with Jenkins, we cover projects with GitHub Actions, GitLab CI/CD, we cover projects with Azure CI/CD. These 4 kind of CI/CD tools that we cover in detail, so that you can easily add them in your resume. Talking about the projects we cover, we are going to cover around 4 2-tier projects. We'll be covering 4 3-tier projects. We are deploying full stack projects. Okay, we'll be covering microservice project, we'll be covering IAC project, monitoring project, Ansible, Terraform, all kind of projects will be there. That's why this number is 40 plus, because we are covering all kind of projects. When we talk about security, from security point of view, we are including around 8 to 10 tools, different kind of tools and concept. When we talk about Nginx also we are covering in so many different scenarios, like real-time scenarios about for what purpose Nginx will be used. All those will be there. Talking about AWS and Azure, so we are using AWS also for infra and we are using Azure also for cloud DevOps. So you'll be having good knowledge over AWS plus Azure, and that is the very good thing. Talking about next thing that we have, which is on live classes. So see, immediately you are getting access to 120 hours of content which you can start watching immediately, plus there will be live classes on weekends, and that is very good thing, you can understand very easily. So there will be every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we'll be having live sessions at night around 8 p.m. because most of the people are already working, so they get free like at night. So that time I'm keeping, right? Again, live classes will be there. Interactive Q&A sessions will be there after each class, and whatever live sessions we are doing, we will be recording them also, so that if you want to watch the videos that we whatever things we covered in live, you can watch them later as well, right? Then assignments will be given. Again, I do not like force everyone that you have to do assignment, but again, if you do it, you'll be learning it in a very good way. So I suggest that you should be doing assignments also, right? So these things will be the part of the course, and after once you complete the course, once you complete the 100% of the course, you'll be getting a certificate also. Okay. So team, now let us understand about the projects and the syllabus of the course. So yeah, starting from here. So first of all, we are going to have a shell script based project to monitor a website. That will be the first one. Give me one second, let me change the color so that it's visible to you guys as well. Okay, so first one, we'll be having a project that is going to be based on shell script to monitor a website. Okay, second project will be, as I told you, there will be four two tier, more than four three tier will be there. So first we have two tier in Java. See, the reason I'm adding multiple different languages based projects is because you know, as a DevOps engineer, we need to understand how to run different kind of programming language based projects. So we need to understand this structure as well, right? So Java will be having two tier, .NET will be having two tier, Python will be having two tier, Node.js will be having, right? These will be two tier projects. Similarly, three tier projects will be there with databases, .NET with MongoDB. The reason that I'm adding multiple database based projects is because you can understand how to connect different databases with your project. That will be there. Then Python with Postgres, Node.js with MySQL, Java with MySQL. These again three tier projects, right? Coming to project number 10, we have a project that in which I am going to show you how to deploy a project to Tomcat or an application to Tomcat, right? Usually this is not too much used at this point, but still it's good to know. Then we have Nginx web server project with three real world projects. You'll be understanding how, like, for what purpose we use Nginx web servers. Then we have integrating 𝗕𝗫𝗃𝗀𝗃 with Jenkins, how you can integrate 𝗕𝗫𝗃𝗀𝗃 with Jenkins. And in this scenario, I have set up the 𝗕𝗫𝗃𝗀𝗃 locally. I'll show you how to set up 𝗕𝗫𝗃𝗀𝗃 over Kubernetes as well, but yeah, this also I'm going to show you. Then we have RBAC and Jenkins. So reality, when you go in companies, people are going to be using RBAC in Jenkins as well. So that if you have different teams like developer, then DevOps, so everyone will be having different level of access in Jenkins. So I have shown how to do that using LDAP. So for that, obviously we have to set up LDAP also. That also I have shown. These are team, you know, these are actual real world projects that you need to know. Okay. Coming to project number 14, we have a virtual browser project in which I'll be showing you how you can set up a browser like Chrome or Firefox inside a VM. Then we have first Kubernetes based project, and this will be over local. So we are going to set up the Kubernetes locally. Okay, this will be on local. Then there will be first capstone project. Now this capstone project is basically a project that has all the tools combined. Okay, this will be deployed to EKS. Similarly, we have Capstone 2 project, which is much bigger than Capstone 1. And again, in this also, all the tools will be combined. It will be more tools than Capstone 1. And this will be deployed over EKS. And these are the kind of projects that you should be adding in your resume. Okay. Coming to next one, we have project number 18, where I'll be showing you how to write Helm chart, how to understand. This will be Helm chart project. GitOps project will be there with Argo CD. And remember that in addition to Argo CD, I'll be showing you about Flux CD as well. Then HashiCorp Vault prod setup. Now in HashiCorp Vault, I'll be showing you both the setup, the dev setup and the prod setup. Now dev setup does not persist well, but prod setup persists well with stateful sets. So yeah, this will be included. Then we are going to see like we are already covering multiple database like MySQL, Postgres, and we are also covering the MongoDB. In addition to that, I'll be showing you how you can use the RDS, the AWS service, as a managed database inside a separate project over EKS. That also will be showing you. GitHub Actions complete project, blue-green deployment project 1, blue-green deployment project 2. Two kind of blue-green deployment will be there. Canary deployment will be shown. Okay, you can understand 25 projects as of now we have added, right? 26 number project, 11 microservice project will be there, highly available local Kubernetes cluster, stateful set based project with persona DB in EKS. This also we are including. Then service mesh with Istio. This is also added as part of project. And then here comes the basically multiple IAC based projects. So first will be Ansible VM monitor project, Ansible CI project to basically build your application, build it and create Docker images and push. That will be there. Terraform for, plus Ansible corporate product. This is the kind of project that I have actually used in my company. It is similar, not exact one, but similar to that. Multiple Azure DevOps project, classic pipeline, then YAML pipeline, then this is project number, a different project with YAML pipeline. Then this is going to be multi-tier to deploying to Azure App Service. Okay. Next project will be again the deploying to Azure App Service, but this is YAML pipeline and this is classic pipeline. So team, you can understand very clearly how different kind of projects we are covering. Almost every kind of project that you need to understand, we are covering that. Coming to next, again, YAML pipeline will be there, classic pipeline will be there for deployment to Azure App Services. Then 11 microservice will be there in Azure as well, deployment to dev and prod, two different environments. Then again, Java project will be there for deploying to Azure App Service. Then there will be a monitoring project with this. Now, in addition to that, there will be so many different projects also we will be doing live. For example, we'll be doing ELK stack, we'll be understanding about Datadog. And as of now, we are using Ingress and SSL certificate, but I have planned to add the API gateway as well. This is something new and it is considered kind of better than Ingress. So yeah, this will be added as part of project as well, right? So this will be the projects that will be included in talking about the other topics that will be covering the detailed syllabus. For that, I would suggest everyone to click on the description in the click on the link in the description where you'll be able to find this detailed syllabus on every single topic that we are going to be covering in our course. I have added directly in very detail for you to understand what are the things, right? And you can see in Git also multiple pages I have written, like so many things we are covering. So you can just go through it and you can understand. Now again, team, if you are serious about preparing and learning DevOps or transitioning into DevOps, I would highly recommend that you should go and enroll. Okay, all the details will be in the description.